are saying is a leading presidential candidate in Nigeria. Is leading in majority of those regions that PDP used to control. Now, if you are ignoring all of this because APC and PDP have messed up your brain so much for you to see through, see, what will happen then is this. They would have to either use, what do you call it? They would have to use the power of incumbency to rig Kolu in with the way the situation is going. It will be so close that, in fact, the likes of Bokwari and gang, they may not be able to swallow the reality that somebody like Obi from nowhere is coming to pull it off. Yeah? And then they will just, let the military take it over. I know obedience are so confident. You guys are overconfident. You should study history. Just read your history so that you can learn from it and get ready for what is likely to happen. Whatever you're witnessing today in Nigeria is not new, okay? But the establishment always find its way around it, okay? To always top it up. So that everything you have done and all of that will just come to nothing. And you move on from there and the status quo remain. Yeah? That's why I said now, while I see, even if you know one fight, where this whole thing goes down, with all the statistics that we are actually laying our hands on, me go they remind you, okay, everything, when they try to muscle you out, for those of you who are ruling him out, you have no idea how deep this has gone. Well, I don't have an idea too. I think I don't too. But yeah. I thought I should bring that to your notice, okay? For those who are political students, history students, I want you to go back and read all those political histories now. 1979, you are likely witnessing 1979 again. That Shagari government that they finally forced on the people, they wanted to rig them in again in 1983. In fact, they rigged them in again in 1983. But that didn't last, before Bokwari came and toppled them. And that happened in history to be the first time that democratically elected government in Nigeria was overthrown by military. Bokwari did that. There were those who brought Shagari, but they were so shocked with the level of corruption that pervaded that government. Awolowo, they threatened him with another jail. That Baba was like, no, I'm too old for all of this. You get that? That's what Nigeria is. You are going to pretend to be so close. Then they will do what they do best. Are you going to have to go away when they do that to you? Or you are going to actually push back? I go day here. I go day here. I go day here to make sure still they remind you everything. Nothing happens in vacuum. Sure, you get everything. Nothing they happen by coincidence. So everything is planned. If you don't know that everything is planned, whatever happens is planned, especially politically, Baba, you are the mugu that they are actually playing. Because they know they are mugu. Those who can never see what's going on. So, Obi beat them or you know beat them, that's not my own concern. Now, the wahala will go happen. If the obedient, that some of you don't know, discover that they have muscled them out. That may be the beginning. And then, you know what I mean? We'll be here to keep the record of that. I think I should. I was thinking of taking calls tonight, but I'm also thinking I should, because I didn't start early, so maybe I should just call it tonight. Okay, I'll take 1 or 2 calls, okay? But do me one favor, okay? If you are watching me on YouTube right now, you can just go on there, leave the chat room, okay? Drop your own offering. Your offering is you liking that video, right? Like it to show that you are here. Meanwhile, you can use your remote control, even if you are watching it on your TV, big screen, right? Grab that remote control, right? Just there on the couch, yeah? Grab the remote control and just match it and go on there and use that center button, okay, on your remote control to press like. That's all you need to do. You don't even have to stand up to do that, okay? But I'll take 1 or 2 calls and then I'll call it tonight. My time is almost gone anyway. Hello there. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Hey,
hello, sir.
Brother, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. I'm fine, sir. Thank you very much for today's again.
Well, thank
Good
you.
evening, everyone in the house. Sir, I don't know. You are just like the king of violence, sir. I will just I know that I will at least go to hand. I'll just be happy. I don't know. Timothy was sad. I don't know. There's just a therapy in this program. I don't know. But
I mean, whatever it does.
Please, sir, I also had a question, sir.
Please go on.
I saw some clip. I don't know if it is true that this Iyaloja ti wọn, because Iyaloja radarada ti wọn leko. Then the another Yoruba quota system because because so I learned that she gave out 10 million.
There's no record of her working in her life.
I learned that she gave out 10 million or something or more than that to some people in the north. Why is that she's not that she won't be more nothing?
Validation, brother. You offer Jen Kokon Nigeria or law validation loss in north. Oh, the Jen Kokon here, then forget it. You better just run and contest for councillor or local government chairman in your area. To be a rep member, they have to take you to Mina, Kano, Sokoto, or Ota. If you don't have any connection to all those places, forget Abuja. If they haven't told you, I'm just telling you free of charge now. Ask those who have walked the walk, say they want to be rep members, right? They will take them to somewhere in the north and say, go and meet this person. You will talk to that person. Then that person will talk to that person. So your party can collect that money from you and give you the ticket. I've been there. I've done that, Baba. So I know them.
Yes, sir. Your earlier discussion, which you spoke about the quota system, that even, sir, about jump.
It's everywhere now.
See, I want to one south. See, I want to one south. I was student about their cost of mark is 200. Since not, it's 120, even 121. Fallacy. It is like 100 or
just the face. So, behind it, you'll be surprised that the same engineering course. Yeah, the same engineering course that you had to get admitted on 200 points or 250 points, yeah, in JAMB. That same engineering course, that same civil engineering that they told you you have to score 250, right? Somebody is also doing the same course in Ahmadu Bello University with just about 35 cutoff mark.
Exactly.
And you're all going to get the same BSc. In civil engineering.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised if Professor Patantami is now a professor.
It's a pandemic. Person will be Afa Lekeu for Borono. If you have evil attack, you go to Islamic cleric and they will pray for you. Then he became, they appointed him as someone in the agency. But before I know it, they say he'd be professor. He got professorship in a Quranic reading from Saudi Arabia. Now they call him Professor Issa Pandemic. Can you believe that?
I was even not one so I don't know if he's a PhD kini more kini rather data on pin so to long. Kini rather and because my portrait is last. So as I'll give room for the other people. Titi Oloshiko to was on the podium to say we represent 25 million students. Currently I'm a student because more of program on one of these one of the universities in Nigeria. But I'm also a student. Say more for me endorsement.
See, now you are asking pay about for new consent here. They don't need your consent. Sure you get Our boys, everybody, they also, everybody. Even Atif could know. All of you, 25 million students, Baba, even 25 million students in the Southwest Nigeria. Or the university.
Oh, my, 25 million.
25 million students. Say you get Atif to know saying a job. But guess what? That's how they do. Okay, they'll say, well, all the women in our kiniko are all coming there. Okay, you need to give us money. All the students in Southwest or university are in blah blah blah. You need to give us money. What they are doing is that all team everybody, even Simbe, whether you agree or not, they have already collected the money on you. And it's such a shame. Baba, see, people don't understand what internet and social media has done for this generation, especially those of you who are young Nigerians. It has exposed things that usually they always call them shocking news. Today, there no be shocking news. You go see Mama Yego's very political with phone call, voice record, video, picture, all thanks to social media and the internet. If not, no be the bobo be that. The greatest bagba, the greatest bobo, the greatest bobo nonsense they will say that they get paid peanuts to dance naked for politicians. When they are done, where do they end there? Idris, they end up jobless. Okay, the politician because the politicians are done with them.
Shebi Nkoti, these are our vintage show. They not dance from like Abiola Nori. She will not call it no. Shebi was also a police, was also a student activist then. That was supporting show. So Kiwani is not the same thing. And then so we are the youth, we are the leaders of tomorrow. Now leaders of tomorrow, it's 30 years ago, which is 30 years ago. Leaders of tomorrow, 10 leaders of tomorrow. Now, if no so one contest leaders I want to of 70 years ago. Only now.
It is well.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the eating is on. I cannot feel so sweaty. Strange. Hello there.
Yeah.
Osita, should I say Happy New Year? One name.
Happy New Year.
I don't know if I've heard from you this year, but it doesn't matter. So good to hear from you. Happy New Year.
I was on long vacation for like 2 months.
Lucky you.
Vacation and job anyway.
Lucky you. How was it?
But yeah, it was all good. And all the same, I've been following what is going on.
Thank you.
And I've not seen a reason why I have changed my thoughts towards everything that is happening. My brother, everything is going to end up in fiasco. Everything you are seeing, I mean to say, is fiasco. And everything.
Sita, sorry, baby. I think you've got a call through to your phone. In a way, you've been it's saying reconnecting. Sita, I don't know what that is, and I've got another caller. Oh my God. Okay, I've not got much time. That's why I'll take this, and if Sita should get back in, I will try my best to get you connected again. Okay. Hello there.
General.
Hey, Mr. Taiwo, how are you, sir?
Ekale, sir.
Ekale.
Well,
I'm Dupelo alone. Báwo ni o?
Mi ò ní pẹ́ rárá. Ká tó fohùn lẹ̀.
I will advise Mr. Taiwo, for goodness sake, again.
Okay.
And if you can mix it together, that would be fine. I just don't want us to.
I will do the two.
The two will be better as well, yeah. So that we just don't make it look like go on.
So, General, you took time to analyze everything that was revealed about Atiku day before yesterday.
Yes.
So I took time yesterday to look at Nigerian newspaper, Nigerian television, and many other media in Nigeria. And what I noticed baffled me. The whole matter was so watered down, as if what was revealed by that whistleblower was a light matter. I don't know whether you noticed this.
Of course, now I did. I mean, I realized that too. That's why I said that the reason why they didn't act on them is because it's Nigeria. So it's probably nothing to them.
General, I'm not talking about acting. No, I'm not talking about acting. I'm talking about the evidence that the young man brought and the way Nigerian media, the print media, the electronic media, and even the people, the way everybody took it baffled me. I'm telling you, I wished
that what you got to give about article day before yesterday on your platform could be broadcasted all over Nigeria. That people will hear just Mayego Diary Political on what you did on that day. Mayego, we never got a country.
But people are saying there was a country, which means there was never a country.
I used to say there was a country called Nigeria. We never got a country. Because, see, what I did yesterday was I just said, with the way you broadcasted that whistleblower something, with the way we analyze, we listen to him, I was expecting article not to even surface at all now. I was expecting the media. I was expecting the media.
They don't. It's like you are even expecting too much from them. I don't.
No, I am not talking about the politician. I am looking at the media.
That's what I'm saying.
I am looking at the people.
See, that is what I'm saying. That the media themselves, they know the people that are their readers. Calling these criminals, calling them the thieves that we found something on this or that, right? The media in Nigeria knows that doesn't really move them. It's a shame, it is a shame, but you won't be so. I mean, you'll be shocked that you see that clip I played here, sir. That voice clip and all of that, that I played on this platform, have been seen by millions of people from different platforms all over the world. But it's this Nigeria. You'll be sweating for nothing if you expect something to happen. Nothing.
So where are we heading to? If such a revelation is not taking the ground, such a revelation is not telling everybody, okay, what is all this?
It is what it is.
Because I decided the day before, after we finished the program yesterday, I said, okay, we have got the original Mayego Diary Political. This thing should be moving the nation now. This revelation should be moving the nation now. And I packed everything aside. I was not looking at Arise TV. I was looking at newspaper. I was looking at people's mood. And I say, God, what kind of thing is this? What is wrong with the people? What is wrong with the system?
I mean, it's so bad, yeah. Sir, it is so bad that I learned something from the Nigerian issue, right? Nigerian politicians have perfected the art of looking away, because any news, anything you see them or they are accused of, they believe that the longest it's going to be, that it's going to be biting is just about a week. That must be something so serious. After a week, yeah, there would have been a lot of things that will happen. A lot of people will be like, well, leave that one. Is it the only person? They know that it will blow over. That's why they don't care. Because people who have no integrity, who have no integrity or character or anything, they don't care about anything. But now, for people who actually think they are normal people, to start looking up to those people for hope and way out is the reason why Mayegun's Diary Political is never going to shut down anytime soon. Because I'm going to continue to remind you, you cannot empower criminals and expect them in return to do the right thing, or in return, prevent that you are surprised that they committed the crimes. They are criminals. You know them as one. You don't turn around and feel like criminals should do something good, or you pretending that you are shocked. Oh, Atiku and Baba, let's say in another 2 years, if Atiku is their president, right? Let's say they say a scandal, Atiku wife is caught with $2 billion. The people will start faking it and say, $2 billion, $2 billion, no? Who is pretending that? They say Atiku na thief. You have seen all of the evidence and everything. You still make him your president. They can't steal. You can't pretend that you are surprised. Talent deceive. Or they say Tinubu stole so money when he become your president. And you can't pretend and say, talent deceive. You cannot empower criminals and turn around and pretend like you are surprised they are acting criminally or stealing from you. That's my own view. So Atiku and the rest of them knows who they are dealing with. And according to them, there is no crime they commit that has never been done before. Now they feel surprised. Now they feel surprised, shock Ha. I was surprised, sir.
No. See, I'm just looking at the people you call Nigerians. I'm just look. I moved to social media platform. I was expecting reaction. Based on this deep revelation. I was even telling some people that by now, Baba Obasanjo should be shaking because every crime Atiku committed, Atiku has already rubbished him, whether he knows or not.
He's implicated him, of course.
Atiku has rubbished him. I just say, what kind of people are this? Now, going forward,
yes,
we have a lot of work to do. Because I'm wondering, isn't these people that we are going to tell to come up? I know people will come up, but we need to go down again. It's like, is the brain dead? Are the reasons dead? Are these people alive? Are these people looking to the future? Do they think there is a future with these classes of people? Hey.
Thank you very much, sir. We need to finalize on our program, and it's going to be around 4 p.m. by the way, so keep that in mind. Sorry that I'm saying that on here, but it's just so you know. There is no problem. We will do that.
Bless Thank you, sir.
And you too, sir. So I'll take this. I've got Ken.
My
sir,
how are you?
Well, I'm fine. How are you?
Your topic today is a very interesting one.
Thank you.
Very, very interesting. I want to quickly assist the last caller to let him know that that he shouldn't really get himself stressed out or worried.
Exactly.
Exactly. The country is, the people there are irritated. Not all really, but technically what we see based on those who are supporting these vampires, they're irredeemable. Exactly. They are irredeemable. They are so irredeemable that, I will imagine, think about it, Mario, this way. You go to a primary school, secondary school, and then university or some kind of a higher education.
Or poly or whatever you took, do after that, yeah?
Exactly. And then you graduate with whatever degree or your qualification is. And yet, with all the years of education, enlightenment to know between right and wrong, and what should and should not be happening. And then you see the same people closing in and saying, Atiku, Tinubu, this, that, and that. The same people who have subjected you guys to this hilarious condition that you technically should not be experiencing, and they are voting. And so when I hear the last caller saying, showing heavy compassion and displeasure about
why he's an emotional man, by the way, Mr. Taiwo. At some point he will just get so into it, especially when he can't really get the answer to why things are what they are. I just tell him Baba, don't work yourself up too much, okay? And he always have a way of encouraging himself, and it will be see, Mayegun, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot to do. I say, I know, we do. It is so palpitating and then heartbreaking. I know.
The first thing I would have loved to ask him if I get the chance is that just look at the situation. Does it look like something you should be calling Nigeria, or if Nigeria is redeemable? No, the hierarchy is so clear. The whole system is a joke. The entire system is a joke. The same will be the same will be that is rising. So they are cruising
riding on the back of this popular revolution. Yes, go on.
Now, if he becomes the president, the president or whatever it is, if he becomes the president, Imagine, with that evil nightmare Frankenstein document called the
1999 unconstitutional constitution.
How is he going to do it? My question is, how on earth is he going to be
He
able
will use
to do
executive order. He said he will use executive order to do a lot of what he's going to do, right? Which is absolutely a joke. But it's Nigeria, Baba. Anything can happen. So maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I said that if you just look at the whole thing, it's a complete charade. Yeah, it's a charade because it's like just going to a movie to go and watch a horror movie, and the only for you to get to the movie, watching that horror movie ended up becoming a comedy.
Sure, you guys.
You know, that's exactly what
laughing. Then that's no longer of his value. I agree.
Exactly. So I don't get it. I don't understand why we are, why we are doing what we just keep thinking that we're going to keep on doing the same thing over and over.
People need to know. You see, sometimes, Ken, sometimes what I have learned about people is that if you think something is right, and in fact, people should apply this to their everyday life. I do. Okay. Once I sort of alert you or alert people about something in a way on my own part, right? I have done mine. So on their part, right, it will be on them to then have to be responsible for any choice they make, not because they have no idea. You know what I mean? Now that you've told them, right, make them responsible so that the consequences of any action of whatever they eventually submit themselves to, right, at least, even if they won't say it publicly, they will remember. Ken said Ken told me, I'm not going to wait for him to say I told you so. Sure you get. And I think that's where we are headed right now. People need to experience this, Ken. Sure you get. When people are convinced that they know the way out of a fraudulent situation like that of Nigeria as we are witnessing. When people think that they can defeat a system by his own rules and laws, right? Sometimes, Ken, you need them to experience it before they can either believe what you are saying as a warning. When we said you can have election as many times as you want in Nigeria, it is never going to answer the Nigeria question. What is Nigeria? Who are Nigerians? Election will never answer that question. Election will never answer it. Sure you get. The people need to come together to begin to ask themselves, what makes us Nigerian? Are we even interested in being Nigerians? Until that question is answered, the question of Nigeria question, Nigerians question, who are Nigerians? What is Nigeria? Until that question is answered by everybody in that place, election is never going to, it's like kicking the can down the road, Ken. But no matter how you say it, sometimes you should let people experience what they are about to test before they can either believe you. That is a waste of time. If you don't let them experience it, you are wasting their time and they will never listen to you. And that's exactly what we are experiencing right now. They need to have a taste of it. Then they will listen to us. It's just about 6 weeks away. Okay.
Yeah, finally, my before I go. I don't know. I'm still trying to gather the intel, the information, but I don't know if you are aware that this guy he has arrived back to Nigeria, but they have to sneak him into the country. That's this guy, this central bank governor.
Oh, he has returned. Let me tell you what I know about that. I don't know if I don't know if it's going to be similar, but I'll tell you quickly what I know. When he ran away, you see, when he released a statement that, he's coming back, he's still the central bank governor and blah, 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 yeah? Around that time, he was in London. You know that this man, Issa Funtua or so, Maman Daura, rather, they are in London, and they have been there like forever. They didn't go back to Nigeria since 2019. Those guys, those old men, right? Now, from what we heard, these are the people who hold the master key to the Central Bank of Nigeria. So Emefiole ran to them that he has been briefed, right? That DSS are looking for him. They are investigating something about money laundering and terrorism.
Very true.
So those have now been trying to get assurance from the asshole rock before Emefiele could return to Nigeria. Because the plan was that if he returned to Nigeria, no, what they were going to do is that they will arrest him from the airport. The news will say, oh, Emefiele arrested. Then they will release him. Now, within those few days, that embarrassment, he will resign and just go away completely. And another person will come on board before 31st of December. So Emefiele, not so sure, right? Sure of what is going to be his fate if he goes back to Nigeria. Stayed back in London. In fact, the rumor then has it that he was seeking asylum in London. It wasn't. It was, in fact, waiting for the green light because they said Emefiele was calling Bokwari or the presidency. Nobody was picking his phone. And DSS is controlled by the presidency. If DSS is looking for central bank governor, then the president must know about it or people inside the presidency. So Emefiele needed assurance before going back to Nigeria, right? So he finally got it in the new year when they said he could go back and he won't be arrested. And that's what I heard, though. I don't know what you heard, though, Ken. But and the condition they gave him, part of the condition, right? In December, Emefiele sent some representatives to the House of Rep, right? When they went, they said the reason why they're angry with him is because of that change of money. And the last day, they have to submit all the money. And then the withdrawal, which they believe is going to be targeted at politicians. And they don't want that. Yes. So Emefiele increased withdrawal money from 100,000 to 500,000 for individual. From 1 million naira for corporate to 10 million for corporate now. He has increased that much now. He has also promised to extend the deadline for submitting the old note beyond 31st to June 2023. All of these are conditions of telling them that he will do whatever they want. And so far, so good. It seems that he's going to do that. That's all I heard, Ken. And that's why he returned back to Nigeria. And that's why he hasn't really been like, waylaid and all that. You want to tell me, what I heard is similar to what you heard?
Yeah, it is a little bit kind of similar. It is similar. But I'm going to be telling you, I will tell you.
Tell me. Go on.
On the military point of view. So what happened was that, like you said earlier, he was making those calls. So, and like you said, he was making those calls, and there was no way, like from the military angle, if DSS or the military are going to carry out an exercise or an operation, there is no way on the surface of the earth, that the president and the vice president do not know. They
especially
know
the president.
Move.
I know.
Yes. So what happened when he was making those calls, it wasn't forthcoming. So he had, I think, a friend or some kind of relative in the military who was one of those on top of the senior officers.
Privilege one to some privileged information.
Yeah. So when that was going on, when that was happening, so those ones were the ones that were now talking to some of the service chiefs. Those service chiefs were now the one that, they have a unique access to the president. So they were now getting back and forth in conjunction with the president. And then I think that was when they reached an agreement based on what you dictated.
Do you know what I left out of my own information that I didn't have, Ken? Yeah. They even gave him a condition. He has been printing money for Buhari and the APC beyond what the constitution allows. In Nigeria, they said, there's something they call the way and bills. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's called, what's that called again? Is it called ways and means? Ways and means advances, right? Now, they said that by law, the Central Bank of Nigeria, right, can only print money, the 5% of the last year budget. Let's say, for example, 2021 budget of Nigeria was 17 point something trillion naira. Yeah. Now, the 5%, in fact, 10% of 17 trillion should be 1.7 trillion. I don't know. Is that right? 1.7 trillion, right? Now, 5% of that should be somewhere around there, 850 billion naira. Emefiele by law, right, was expected to print maximum, because that was the biggest budget of Nigeria since APC came in, 17 trillion. Emefiele was allowed by law to print at least 850 billion naira as money to give to Buhari as government, as way and means advance Look at the screen. Ken, if you're watching this, yesterday or 2 days ago, Nigeria shared nearly 1 trillion naira. And guess what? Ken, they shared 1 trillion naira to all states in Nigeria, including federal government, as their monthly allocation. Ken, there's no single $1 from oil in that money. No single dollar from oil. No remittance from oil. It's part of that money they shared. Do you know that out of all that almost 980 billion naira they shared 2 days ago as allocation in a month, right? Emefiele provided more than 90% of that money. And when I say 90%, I'm talking about over 800%, 800 billion naira cash of that money they shared yesterday. Now, within a space of, before 2015, the total money that Central Bank of Nigeria printed and loaned to the federal government of Nigeria was put at 856 billion. That is the total money in history. Are you with me now? Since 1960 to 2015, Central Bank in Nigeria on their record have printed 856 billion naira and loaned it to different governments in Nigeria. But between 2015 and 2022, Bokwari's government, Emefiele, has printed 23 trillion naira cash and gave it to Buhari to share as allocation. You see those times when they said they are stealing our Nigerian crude oil, Ken, and Nigeria had no money from crude oil. And they were wondering, how are they paying the allocation? Emefiele was printing money. It was printing money. And today, Central Bank by law that is meant to print 5% of their last year budget as way and means advance to government. Central Bank government has printed their printing and lot of that is now put at 379% of what the law allow Emefiele to print. It should be in jail, not just jail. Chinese stuff, hanging. People have no idea what they have done to Nigeria economy. More and more people are going to fall in poverty, Baba, for a foreseeable future to come. I'm telling you.
And so what now happened was that when he got back, so they deployed the military, both Air Force Navy. They deployed them to the airport, where they now moved the plane. As soon as the plane landed, they moved the plane to the special wheel, the presidential wheel area.
The private hangar, VIP hangar or something, yeah?
Yeah, in Lagos. And then corner off. The corner off VSS, corner off the other police, corner everybody off. And then pick him up, put him in their military vehicle and move him out. In fact, the DSS and the police could not even make a move. Because the way the military strategized that with the way they corner off that section of the airport, not even a pin that would touch here. They in fact would touch him. So in fact, by the time they took him out, if they did not even realize that the plane has already left, they whisked him away. He's already out before they realized that, my God, that area that was cornered off, where the military cornered off, was actually where they did the whole operation. And that wing, don't forget, that wing is the Air Force base, Air Force unit. If you recall, if you look at Political International Airport, you see the way it is from the international down to the domestic. You see
domestic, now it's all on the same space, but outside they look a bit of a distance to one another. But when you enter their tarmac, they are not. It's just like I know.
So that was how they were to whisk him out of the thing. So, like you said,
so it would have come up on the national newspaper in handcuffs then if they didn't do that.
Exactly. So that was how they whisked him away. Honestly, so I just wanted to share that. It's nice talking to you. Let me let other people call it.
Thank you so much, Ken. Yeah. Let me take one more and I can call it a night. My time is so hot, but we all started late. Hello there.
Hello,
Prince Gentleman. See, you know something, right? Prince, somehow, right? I was thinking a lot about you today. I swear. And in my mind, I was like, how do you think about people and you don't just message them? And I was blaming myself. I said, I've been thinking about this guy all morning and I never even just say hi. Just like, Prince, how are you? Or somehow my man was
Baba.
like, I'm going to say it on my program and say, Prince, I miss you. In case if you are watching, well, here you are. How are you?
Baba, you live long, Baba.
Me.
Well done.
And you too.
Thank you for caring and your concern.
And thank you so much as well for being you, the Prince.
Thank you, Baba.
How are you?
Thank you for the diary. All these collections you are bringing to us. It's not easy. I know it's a sacrifice to do all this research and do the collections together.
At least to make it make sense to some people who are like, people are wondering, what are you listening? What is that guy saying that you sit down there for 2 hours listening to him? Then you say, no, you don't know.
Honestly.
You have no idea. Just sit down, 15 minutes. You'll be there for an hour.
Honestly.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Honestly,
I appreciate everybody who actually makes it make sense, by the way. Go on.
Yes, Baba. I also encourage our people, whenever, before coming to your program, I always like to share it first of all,
Thank you.
And I thank God that the people I'm sharing it to, they always acknowledge it. They always give it accolades. So that's good. So happy about that. So, Baba, I see. I just want to talk about this Alama Jare, this Kwankwaso. This quota system.
See life, we know, all of us who grew up in Nigeria, we know about quota system and the rest of that. It's even one of the reasons why people believe that Nigeria should not be together. It's one of the reasons why Northerners believe that Southerners always look down on them because Southerners feels like they are better than them. We all know all of these things. This is our life. This is what we lived, right?
Exactly.
But if we now grow up and see somebody who is a product of that quota system, talking down on the Southerners who actually really, oh man, Baba, people like us go remind the people of the history and say, don't be so EBO, na fake, fake engineer, fake professor, fake doctor.
It's quite unfortunate, honestly. It's quite unfortunate, Baba, for us to this kind of concussion that British put together. Honestly, you see the guy that is talking. He knew that it's a quota system makeup, and he's referring to B. When these guys, when they want to talk, they talk of competency.
About if you trace any company, if you trace anything they were doing successfully before they join any politics, all of them. There are many like that. Look around you. Tell me which of them has been successful in anything, even their careers, their professional ones, or whether they carry in front of their names. So none. Bunch of failures. But for politics, Baba, they are very successful. I am a former governor. I am a former vice president. I am a former ambassador. I am a former minister. Baba Shema Nigeria reward criminals. So enjoy your reward. No, they bubble us with all this title. That means nothing. The Prince.
Baba, the way I look at Nigeria, I see Nigeria. Nigeria is like somebody who died and is trying to bury himself. No matter how the person tries to bury himself, one hand must be outside. Are you getting me? One hand, after burying yourself, one hand must be outside. That is the abomination of Nigeria. You see, Rwanda, this the country of Rwanda that is people are going there for holiday,
vacation.
I've been making reference to these days. You know that Rwanda just had their civil war 10 to 15 years back. Nigeria had civil war 57 years ago. But Rwanda that have had their own civil war, do you know what the Rwanda did? All the scores of all the people that were killed, about 800,000. It's not even up to a million. All the scores of the people that were killed, they gathered all their scores and put them in a museum.
To remind everybody of what they did when they are mad, killing themselves. Don't try this again.
Exactly.
Any leader that makes us feel inferior to ourselves in Rwanda is going to jail for life. That's their law in Rwanda today.
Thank you very much.
They put everything there to remind everybody of what they did to themselves. In Nigeria, they want us to bury everything and forget like it never happened. And then pretend that we are peaceful. We love ourselves. Who does that?
Honestly. That's the reason why Nigeria can never survive. You understand? Because Nigeria is trying to bury themselves, but bury all the atrocities they've committed. But one hand always come outside to say, go and be by you, I'm here. At the end, you understand? Because now, you see, because of social media, most of all these atrocities they've done, that they are trying to cover, all these things,
bringing them out
all of them are being excavated, And now, the Hausas are seeing that this Fulani, craftily, they deceived them and they made them a slave today. All of them that are in the army are slaves to Fulani. I getting me?
I'm with you.
Now, as it is, without Nigeria trying to bring out the history of the past and have a reconciliation,
honest reconciliation, and those who committed those crimes are see, Prince. There's nothing like saying you want reconciliation. There's no reconciliation without restitution, okay? And recompense.
Exactly.
You must say we did wrong. Not just that, you must name those who did wrong. Baba, people in USSR, when USSR, Yugoslavia and the rest of them were tearing themselves apart. Politicians who were ensured of that. Gorbachev, you go down here about Gorbachev. You go down here about Milutinovic, this other one, Baba, even if they are dead, Muritala, they will have to exhume his corpse. They will package everything, put it in a poly bag. So when they are doing the Truth and Kiniko Commission of Biafra, for example, Muritala's bones and skull and everything inside poly bag, they go tie him like that, put them on top chair, inside the witness box, inside the court. He's a murderer, a genocidist. Now he's long dead though. He was killed like a dog as well, right? He's died. He's dead like a dog that he was, right? But nevertheless, they are pressing him today. Meanwhile, that Muritala and co, those who are still alive and dead, they'll put all of them together and convict them of genocide. So Muritala's name will be removed from everywhere in Nigeria. Airport, money, any name, anything. That is true reconciliation. People get punished for what they did, even if they have done it 50 years ago. That's reconciliation. Anything from that, anything from that. Now, Bobo, to me.
You see, Mayegu, today, Tinubu took Muslim ticket, and carried the Chetima as his Boko Haram and put behind him. Now, when I remember this, water comes through my eye because I said the silence of those who are Christian leaders in Nigeria before their presence. Floyd in America triggered a worldwide, his death triggered a worldwide protest throughout the whole world. But an innocent school girl was, labeled blasphemy, and this girl was born simply because she is a Christian in a secular state. And the whole Christian leaders in Nigeria, go to Redeem or go to Winner, to all these big mega churches. They could not even call CNN to have a protest and let this thing go international.
That's why these people have the God. You are talking about the
yes.
Okay. Look at your screen.
I'm talking about
this one happened just 4 days ago. Okay. This is one. Let me see if I can get that up. Oh, what happened to my screen? Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay. I think it's on the screen already, yeah? Now, see, look at this man. This man was killed just a few days ago by a Fulani terrorist. Okay? Reverend Father Isaac Azekpeliachi is 61 years old. He has survived so many Fulani terrorist attacks in the past. So this happened in Jos, Plateau State, Baba. They buried him today. Tell me more about Christian being slaughtered and killed in Nigeria when the rest of the world are probably like, I don't know. I'm not a Christian and I feel so sorry.
They are busy. Mayegu Christian leaders are busy trying to know who their private jet, who will buy the highest private jet, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. You know, they are more concerned about their tithe and offering. Mayegu, this pains me a lot because without seeing all this abomination that all these Fulani terrorists are hiding behind Islam because they don't have religion. These people we are talking about,
a bunch of criminals.
This atrocity they are committing, and they are keeping silent. Christian leaders, they are more concerned about their tithe and offering and their private jet. No nationwide protest. They cannot say all the whole church members come out on the road.
They are scared.
They invite
Prince. You know, easy.
My
you
God.
know if you dine with the devil and can't show Mozu simply because you want to satisfy the people that look up to you.
The funny thing is that they are not telling their people to get their PVC. So PVC will face AK-47 or AK-49.
They want to give it a shot.
The international community, like, okay, let's use UK as an example. King James version of the Bible came from UK. It's them that brought it to Nigeria with their missionary. The UK have all the ammunition to protect their nation. Nobody will stand up and come to UK and say somebody blasphemy or somebody this and that.
Start killing people
and kill anybody.
End up in jail or die in that jail. Yeah. You're not gonna
instantly. Another abomination that is happening in Nigeria, that these girls that they brought from these Chibok girls that they brought from the bush, after many years of raping these girls, they brought them home. The Nigerian press, the Janjaweed terrorist government telling Nigerian press to tell the whole world that they came back with their wives and their children.
Prince.
If it is Buhari or
Buhari daughter, then kidnapped for 1 year or 2 years. Rape him. She born. She Buhari go come out and say they found he has found his daughter with Boko Haram husband. Baba, I say everything don't enter. It don't read. I'm just waiting for the
telling you, the abomination of Nigeria is never had anywhere in the world. Abomination that is happening.
I know. It's unbelievable.
If all the soldiers that are doing helping them to cover up all that atrocity, go to barrack and see their children. All their young girls are now all their boys, they will go and steal, they will run into barrack, they will cover them. They don't have children that are doing well. Because they are helping all these criminals, terrorists to commit atrocity, and they will send them out. Go. They will carry gun and start to kill innocent people. Forget Nigeria. Nigeria is gone.
Prince, that's why I said, right? When if I'm speaking Yoruba now, for example, and you, an Igbo man, a Biafran, if you are upset, if you are upset that my friend speak English, I said that is to tell you that Nigeria is wrongly fused together. If they say you day your country, I day my country, everybody day in day, there will be no reason for you to get mad, because it's like, see, if you see somebody speaking from South Sudan now, Prince, and that person is speaking a language from South Sudan, you open it, it says, when in South Sudan, you go there, they listen. When in day, he's speaking a language you don't even understand, no English, and you open and you say, oh, South Sudan, I'm interested in South Sudan. Then he started speaking tweet like Ghana. How you go move away now? You don't go there and say, my friend speak English, speak English, I'm from Nigeria. I want to know what you are saying about South Sudan. We say, share this one mad. They are talking about South Sudan. So that is exactly what to know about what is wrong with Nigeria. Without English, we are not friends. We are not from the same place. You know that.
I'm telling you.
So if that's been our base, why do you want to keep Nigeria together when we don't understand our languages? If anybody is speaking, Hausa, see if Buhari is speaking Hausa, or Malamu is speaking Fufude, or anything they are speaking, and you're like, are these not supposed to be federal minister? Why are they speaking Fufude? Baba, don't get mad. They are just telling you why Nigeria is unreal. If you are smart enough, you are not going to continue to lie to yourself. We are one country. We are one. We should work together. Stop saying it, oh. Prince, Abi, a lie.
They deceive themselves. They deceive themselves. See Togo, see Ghana. Anybody feel mad, enter there, say he won't carry a cow. Behind cow, they do terrorism. They go.
Mad.
Which can? They don't see cross border
even
now.
If you're mad, even if you're mad, once you cross that border, and they say this, welcome to Cotonou. And the right time in French, about your madness go clear small. You don't go feel waka for like a few more. You go no say more. You say I don't pass my boundary. You go call the cows and leave. Please, let me call it a night, okay? My time is so long now.
I salute you, Baba.
Thanks so much.
I salute you, Baba.
By.
Well done.
Osita is calling back, and Osita, I'm just going to give you a minute, okay? I didn't want to just look away, okay? Because you were one of the first callers earlier, but we didn't get through. So, Osita, you have just a minute, and I'm going to round it up.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Like I was trying to say, it will all end in shame. You know why? For every single person that thinks that this election will hold, I have no reason. I have not seen any atom of reason for me to change what I think from day one. I would not lie to you. Either we like it or not, the military will come back. The reason I keep saying this is number one, even this particular bullshit they call the government of Nigeria, this particular administration, they have committed so much. They have committed so much. Not only the embezzlement of funds, they have sucked the blood of innocent people. Now, I want you to look at this way. Between November and today, before then, what we used to hear before is billions that is missing. But now we started hearing trillions that are missing. This administration don't believe in any of these people there to protect them. They only believe that the only people that can protect them is when the military comes back. Just today, yesterday, the police chief in Nigeria was supposed to go, but he didn't leave. Now, all these things are happening. Nobody's asking a question.
Attention.
Nobody's paying attention. You don't ask yourself the simple question, why are they coming up with corruption charges everywhere? This is exactly what happened in 1983. Just before the election, they were singing corruption, corruption, corruption. Then this same fool came in to power again. And what did he say? And he has all the evidence that the politicians, they are all corrupt. Now, you tell me in Nigeria, which politician is not corrupt? Which one doesn't have the baggages of corruption?
I can't even think of any.
So, what are we trying to say? Are we only looking at what's his name? Atiku's gate that just came out? No, Atiku's just one. It's just 0.1% of what is happening. All of them are baggages of corruption.
làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Mayegun diary, diary politico.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Naija number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí Presido bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù máyé ń ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.